Hi, Les Williams. I'm making boxes today, well, parts of boxes. This will be the inside of the box that I make. This is what it looks like when it's completed. What I've done here is skived the edge using my trusty tools and shaved it back so that I'm able to fold this over, glue it and fold it over so that it has a nice neat edge around and will fit in the box. So without further ado, I shall start the process. I'm using Bruyn-Williams 315. I find this a very good glue, all purpose, very strong and easy to use. Just put a little on the outside, a little on the inside, and brush it over. The glue will bond even when it's still a bit damp. You get a better bond, of course, if you let it dry out a bit more. And try not to get too much on your fingers because it will go onto your work, and then you need to clean it back with a bit of crepe rubber to get all the glue off. Some of these edges I've cut a bit wider. I just cut around my template. I didn't sort of measure it out into neat little squares or rectangles because when you're skiving you can quite easily take a bigger chunk out. As you can see here, I've taken a chunk out, so I always add that little bit more, and I'm very careful if I have a straight edge to make sure that I don't get that chunk. I'm using little bone, or it's not really bone, it's plastic. The bone one is in here. Yeah, that's the bone one. But I like this one because it's got the little edge there to hook in underneath and bring it up. And now what I'm doing is just running it along the edge to straighten up that edge. And once I get all the four sides done, I will there's no need to dampen this leather because it's quite a pliable sheepskin, veg tan sheep, and it moves around quite easy. If I was using kangaroo or cowhide, 1.1 mil cowhide, I would probably dampen the leather to get the nice crisp edge. You can still dampen the leather. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just it's not necessary with this. It's folding into place quite well. And it's no big concern how close to the edge is here, because it's going to be inside the box and it should be glued down inside like so. A nice neat fit. You can see I've done the same on the outside using the sheepskin. And with the glue, it will come together in the corners. Then I just trim back the excess here. Here, each corner, and then using my little beading hammer, I flatten it down and bond that glue, and you'll notice that I'm tapping and dragging the hammer towards me, and that's just tightening up the fold on the leather. And here, where it hasn't been skived back to that edge, again, not a big problem, because you can mold that back into the corner. It'll have a little bit of a round instead of a nice crisp clean edge, but still just tap it a couple of times on your workbench to straighten the edges out. You'll see when it's rolled out. So there you have your inside of your box. That will fit in there lovely when you're joining your box. Okay.